I'm going to do it this way. Okay. All right. Just in case. I'll be used to doing it because I want to do it on iCloud. It's easier for me to work with it that way. But this is great. All right. So thank you to all of you beautiful, divine, human, higher dimensional beings who are here today that are actually helping us implement this new space of us. Are you with me? Do you understand? Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. So beautiful, new human. This is a different new human class for me, and will be for you as well. The new human class started in 2020, the end of 2020, probably fall, September, something like that. And it was completely dedicated to self-mastery. Does this make sense to you? To becoming that new human that could register its own energy, register the energy of other people, of spaces, not necessarily have to understand it all, but just not be taken in by it, be able to observe it more, be able to be aware more. Yes, be available to making higher human type of responses or choices. Does this make sense to you? So this is the basis of what the new human class was. And in the beginning, it was even titled Becoming, because we understood this was a massive shift space for humanity and all consciousness. And we knew that we were basically entering into that new human alignment. So the class spaces were called Becoming the New Human. I have to share this with you because we're going into a new space today, and this will make a lot of sense. Yes. So, yes. Okay. I think I handled that correctly. Becoming the new human turned into being the new human. Yes, as our collective, our group here in Acasma Consciousness, moved into this new space of itself, implementing, that's the key part, implementing, consciously choosing to be present, able and open and willing to run a new response, able and willing to observe old reactions when they came out of us. Yes, yes, and love them into that new space of self-mastery. And so that was the shift space of the becoming and being the new human. And then it kind of switched up a little bit further in 23, 24, and it was new human. Almost as if we had become more efficient. Yes, with our register of ourselves and the world around us and how we play a role in that world. An energetic alignment, if you will. And so as I was preparing, all last month, September, if you're here in this live, if you're hearing this in the month it's released, we're in October 2024. But all of last month, September, we were engaging peace. We were on a journey of discovery for spaces of ourselves that were ready to understand ourselves and the world around us at a deeper level, coming from peace that passes all understanding, not peace that shows up because it's roses and rainbows. Yes, understanding yourself as that peace that, yes, at one point in life you may have been seeking, and now realizing it's always been you, and me, and the way in which we interact with our world and ourselves. So for September, we engaged peace and we went on that journey of discovery. I discovered spaces. I shared some with you because they happened right there in the class itself. Many of you wrote me, shared through DM or email that you discovered spaces as well, that you were able to move into a deeper alignment of peace with yourself. Now, October. If you're new to this space and you're new to what I'm talking about, because some come into this space and they're new to the space, but they're not new to the teachings. They know what I'm talking about. They understand what I'm talking about. If you're new to the teachings and new to the space, please allow compassion and presence and just be. Don't get in your head about, wait, I have to observe more. Wait, I missed September. I didn't engage peace. Don't go there. Just breathe and know that you're here when you needed to be here. All right. Trust. This is all about trusting ourselves at deeper and deeper levels. So, yes, if you do understand what I'm talking about, and or you're trusting and leaning in at a greater depth, we're about to take this new human into a new space of itself, because we are new. We are in a new space of us. What do I mean? Well, for a long time, I've been relaying to all who have been here, and if you're brand new, maybe the first time you're hearing this, I've been saying that if you find resonance with me and with my work, that means it feels right to you, right? It makes sense to you. Yes, if that's the case, then you are a higher dimensional being in a human form. And everyone can come at this with a little bit different take on that. And that's good, because that's how vast Source is. Yes. Yes. But you are this higher dimensional being in a human form. Now, there are humans that are not that. They're here for other purposes in the evolution and awakening process of humanity, but they're not here to step into the higher dimensional light being space of themselves in the human form. They're here for other purposes. There's a lot of us here for the innumerable spaces of purpose. But if you resonate with me and this space, that's why you're here. You can be here for multiple reasons. You're so vast. But we're going to allow this space, this new human, to begin to take us deeper into the implementation and the activation and the remembrance and reconnection of the higher dimensional you. Why didn't I start off with that? Because it's all energy. And in 2020, we weren't ready. That's not a judgment. That's just a reality of energy and science and alignment and flow. All that we've been doing to becoming the new human, being the new human, discoveries of ourselves, has been resetting our dial of our own energetic signature in our now format as this lifetime. And we've hit a space, a tipping point, if you will, for this collective, this unit of Acasma consciousness. If you're here, that's what there's a connection with for you. And this vibrational space of us is now able to move into and live from and as at an entirely, more expansive level, our higher dimensional self. What's that about? What's that about? Okay, here we go. It's the higher mind and the higher heart in your now being. So you communicate, yes, with your higher self. You communicate with source space origin, which you are a part of. You still communicate with your teams of light. Many of you have been doing that as a new human. You've been opening up yourself to communicate with the guides and the guardians that work with you. Yes, and this is vast and different for everyone, and it should be. And now there's this level that we're going to be talking about and working in and activating of a surety within yourself. So a clarity within yourself, a presence within yourself of and in alignment with your higher self is you. It's not this being that's like off in the cosmos somewhere, or, in another dimensional space that is separate from you. It's a space of you that is completely you, but you're in a focal point in a now that happens to be this. And so at this space of you, you are ready. If this feels aligned, nobody has to do anything. But if you showed up here today, I think you are ready to engage this higher alignment of you and begin to live as it and from it more and more and more. Now, this whole thing is very layered of why this is happening right now. I'm just going to give you as much as I can today, and then we'll continue on throughout the month. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to do it. I did an extra special 4 classes in September, and it was really beautiful, and I love that. So this will not be the last space we have for the Star Ones members. I don't know if it'll be a class or if we're going to do some energetic alignment spaces together or both, but we'll have more this month. So you can make note of that, and I will let you know the date and time as soon as I can so that you can mark your calendar or catch the video. But this space of us, yes, is now energetically aligned. Everything we've done in being the new human, yes, is ready now to move into an even newer space of that human as that higher dimensional being of light and human form. Let me just bullet point this a little bit, because I think that will help us get even more into this space. What is this going to offer you? What is this going to be in connection with what you could hold intentions on? If you speak your light language, yes, it's going to open up and expand. Yes, if you don't speak your light languages yet, they will activate. Most likely, if you will allow, they will activate. This space will guide to do so. There's, yes, with light language, yes, universe, languages of the universe. I'd love to use that term if you would like to start using it as well. It's fine to use the other, but we're also opening this up to bigger understanding, okay? Languages of the universe. It's when I speak light language, it is universe communicating with itself. You are a space of universe. I am a space of universe. Yes. And this will open up and expand as we allow this higher dimensional being in human form to do so. Light language, languages of the universe, will assist you in grounding your energy, because as you are being this space, you're bringing more of you in. Does this make sense to you? You're opening up, yes, your energetic centers in your body. You have energy centers in your body. Many of you know this, right? So they are called chakras, energy centers. There's different terms. Meridians running energy through your form. You're an incredibly powerful, energetic being in a biological vessel. You have an incredibly powerful ability to tap into the Earth's energy and run the Earth's energy through your format to open up the flow of you, ground the flow of you, and assist the flow of you. Languages of the universe help with that. Some people do not use their mouth. Yes, some people do not use their mouth. They don't speak their languages, they sign them. Yes, some people make, yes, 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 a solid gesture with their hands, a position, and they breathe. We are going there. Higher dimensional beings of light and human form do this. Be open, be excited, be curious. And if it seems like, hey, look, lady, I was looking for being the new human space. I just want to learn how to deal with my mother-in-law or my son or my boss or whatever it is. That's all right. That's all still here. And I'm going to figure out how to make this work where everybody feels comfortable in the space they're engaging. But I have to let you know these things. Yes, I have to let you know these things. My heart has to let you know these things. There's this massive wave. I said this in a class I taught yesterday. Yes, many of you may know this, you may feel this, you may sense this. There's a massive wave, frequency, vibratory wave of love that is sacred, divine, I am love. You can call it God love, you can call it God frequency, you can call it goddess love. Those are human terms we put on things to try to wrap our head around what's happening. It's beyond anything we could ever call it. But this wave of love is flooding Earth right now. Because we that have moved through this new human understanding, new earth understanding, and are able to contemplate and work with the higher dimensional space of ourselves in human form, we're ready to run the energy through our forms. We're ready to run the energy through our root lines into the earth's energy to connect in with the planet and massively emanate divine and sacred flow. That's what higher dimensional beings of light do. Earth is ready. Humanity is ready. We have massive shift space occurring. And it's visual in many ways. In some ways don't look good. They don't. But that's what higher dimensional beings are here for, to pass by, not to belittle, not to negate, not to detach. No. But to not allow the spaces that are heavier or denser looking or more uncomfortable, to not allow them to, be anchored in with that lower vibrational state of themselves. Higher dimensional beings of light, new humans, are able to see what's happening, hold compassion for anyone involved and connected, help in any way they can. And then remember who you are and allow your light to rise. Allow your remembrance, your I am, your divine flow to rise. And you assist in any way you can that is, makes sense in the human manner. Somebody needs food, you try to assist. Somebody needs shelter, you try to assist in whatever way you can. Maybe your way of connecting and understanding, because we have a lot of things happening on our planet right now, Holy Ones. But the people that are in these spaces, they were so brave. And I hope this is received the right way, because I don't want anyone to think that I think anybody deserves, to be a bad space or a dark space or a hard space. I don't think that. But I think that they were brave to say, I'll come in and shine light on this. I'll come in and I'll live that path, so humanity can see itself. So higher dimensional beings in human form, they recognize these spaces, but they don't get sucked into the denser energies of the spaces. They rise above them, which allows those spaces to move with more efficiency into a healing alignment. Does this make sense to you? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Many of you see, yes, you're seers, mediums, yes, you see, you have visions, prophecy, you're seeing timelines collapse that are going to collapse or have collapsed. You're seeing parallel realities. I've talked to many of you in depth personally, and some of the spaces that are being seen are really, really big and difficult, and in some cases dark. This is the this is the separation spaces of the earths, if you will. Dimensional, frequency, vibrational spaces that these words are not perfect, but please allow. Spaces purging, spaces falling off, spaces materializing that are of a higher frequency coming in and all of a sudden showing up, and other spaces dematerializing in certain human collective understanding and connection, because all humans are not on the same exact energy line, okay? So if you're seeing spaces, and yes, some have said they're even scary, yes, to see. Holy ones, please know, if this is you, you are being given the opportunity. You aligned the ability to do this. You set it up that you would come in and be this space. And please follow your inner knowing, but this is my inner knowing. That when you see these spaces, or you dream about them, or you have it happen in meditation, or you see something on the news or on social media, and they're scary, or they're big, or they're dark, remember where we are. Yes. And remember who you are. And then you'll remember why you are. Ha. This is the time that they say, put on your boots, I think. You've been learning how to trust yourselves. Yes, this is why. One why. You are safe. You are loved. All of it is going in the way in which it needs to go in order for us to move and shift and awaken and have this different alignment of ourselves. Remembering that as you have a vision, or you see a space in regular life, or whatever it is, will assist you. Your languages of light, the languages of the universe, will assist you. Yes, yes, Acasma quantum energy is here to assist you. You say, oh, I never took your course. I never read your book. You found this space, so you saw something, a YouTube video, a TikTok video, an Instagram. You've connected with me, you've connected with Acasma. Yes, and if you connected with me and you've connected with Acasma, you've connected with a space of yourself that is this higher dimensional you. Ha! Nah, knocking on your door. Hello, remember who we are. Now, please hear this sentence and underline it. Make it bold. Highlight it. Do not do what I'm talking about. Do not lean in and yes, force this space for the world. Don't take that on, please. You do not leave this class as you have to save the world. Do not leave this class that you have to be this higher dimensional human. You have to implement your light language. You have to implement, you have to do, because so much is at stake. That is a slower vibration to come from. There's a vibration you could allow yourself that is even more optimal. And that is that this is just your essence. It's just who you are. You do not have to really try to be this space. You just have to allow this space. You just have to trust this space. When your mind, and it does, when the mind says, who are you to be a higher dimensional being in human form? Who are you to think that you shift consciousness by the way you live your life? Who are you to think that you can change these darker spaces of humanity by being this presence of sacred flow? Then when the mind says that, the heart is given the opportunity. See that the heart, your heart, is being given the opportunity to allow that I am divine that you are to flow through those thoughts. They're just thoughts. They're older belief structures and programs of societal, historical traditions and cultures running. Yes, and that's another thing we could bullet point that higher dimensional humans do. They no longer run them. Yes, they no longer run them. When they do have them come in, they notice them as a program and they simply say, that's an alignment I no longer align with. And they implement. That's that being the new human. That's that self-mastery you worked on for a while. They implement. They consciously choose to be that new space of themselves. in that alignment they're having, in that thought they're having, in that experience they're having, and it shifts the energy. You shift the energy. Wings of light. You have wings of light. If you're here, you have wings of light. Yes. Does it matter how you see them? Can you envision them your own way? Absolutely, you should. What would be beneficial to know about wings of light? They come out the back, like you would imagine, maybe, right between the shoulder blades. And they are flows of light that if you were to photograph the auric field of a higher dimensional being of light in human form, if you were to be a seer and be able to look at a higher dimensional being in human form, you would see these incredibly glorious wings of light coming out of the back. And I can feel your backs opening up as we're talking. Yes. So the journey of the new human, yes, the awakening of the human to the remembrance of itself, yes, has been clearing the past. That's the center of the back. That's the center of the shoulder blades. So some of you have had like stiffness there or pain there or pressure there. Yes, stored energy over lifetimes. Waiting for the moment that your format would be in a vibrational alignment of itself that would match the earth and would match the collective of consciousness and that would match the alignment to release the wings. To release the wings of light, to allow the wings of light. There's clearing going on in the left breast right now, men and women. Just allow your breath, please. Yes, the feminine line, the mother line. Yes, all spaces of it. Yes, just allow your breath and just listen. Just be present like you are. You're glorious, you're powerful, you're magnificent. You are the anchors of the new earth. Yes, your languages of light, your wings of light, toning, singing, working with instruments and allowing your flow, moving your body, dancing. Yes, yes, allowing joy of the spirit to be within your everyday world, even when the visual, yes, may not necessarily depict joy. You are implementing a mastery level of yourself that is next level. You learned all last month about engaging peace even when peace was nowhere to be found, because you were realizing you are the peace. You are never separate from the peace that passes all understanding, that keeps your heart and mind within the I am that you are. And that works for every other vibrational space, vibrational alignment, vibrational experience, which all vibration, all energetic alignments and experiences can become form in one way or another, a reflective form. And when reflective everyday life is being observed, important we say that first. Yes, being observed. And the observer holds that awareness of itself in connection with the what it is observing. Then that space of divine flow in human form can and does move the energy. Is it possible to move the energy slower? Absolutely. Get caught up in it. Overthink it. Overanalyze it. Get stuck in a feeling. related to it that may be a slower feeling like fear or anger or strife. That's not wrong. That is another space of energetic alignment. The observer, you, has the opportunity as the higher dimensional human to implement the remembrance of their wings of light. You can put your hand on your heart. You can do many things, but this is something I do. You put your hand on your heart and you breathe in slowly and deeply, and you envision those wings of light. And you run that energy through your field. Why? Because if you're in a space where you understand as the observer that the energies are slower, yes, and you then in that moment hold that intention of remembering who you are and running your field, you are not embedding yourself in the slower energies. You are choosing consciously to be your I am. Yes, you can speak your languages of light. You say, oh my gosh, Andrea, there's 3 other people there. I'm at the bank. It's a dance moment. I'm not going to go off on my languages of light there at the bank or the grocery store or wherever you are. You can speak them in your mind. Yes, it is very, I will give you, it's difficult because when they want to come out, they want to come out. But maybe be a little bit more open to allowing and trusting that they're going to come out at a level that they need to, that is most beneficial for everyone involved. And it may be a whisper, it may be under your breath, it may be as you walk away, it may be as you walk past, it may be louder, and it may be that someone there is blessed to just get a second of that language as you pass through. Does this make sense to you? Allowing your hands, if they want to move or hold a posture. I've walked through the grocery store before and just put my hand right on my heart for a few steps here and there, knowing I'm anchoring my I am in allowing that to flow into the form, the space, the reality that is being reflected. Yes, another very beneficial thing that would help the higher dimensional being of light in human form is the remembrance of the variation points. What? Why? All right, so let's imagine for a moment, please. You can use any space, but let's just use a grocery store. Most people understand a grocery store, a food mart, something like that, right? Where you go and you get food and household goods and such. So you know how there's usually a lot of aisles and all the aisles have different items, right? And then there's all the checkout lanes, or, you go and pay and you can leave. When you're in that store, you're walking in your alignment of your understanding of you and the world around you. Now do a bird's eye view. Yes, you walking through the store, getting your goods and in your alignment. And you can see there's 100 other people in the store. They all have their own alignment. They all have their own signature of energy flow. They all have their own interpretation of the world around them. Some might be similar to you, but they all might be different than you. And that understanding, you go down the road a little, like down the thought process just a little bit further, and you understand that because of those differences in interpretations and energetic signatures that people are running by what they believe of themselves and the world around them, they're all experiencing a reality in connection with their belief. So the realities of all these people in this grocery store are a little bit different. Some are a lot different. There are some spaces people in that store will never see the same. They will never have that happen in their life. That person may have this happening in their life, but this person over here will never ever see that in their life. Even though they live on the same planet in the same collective, their reality lines are just too different vibrationally. Why do I need you to see that? Why do I offer that here in this space? Because that understanding, just imagining it, envisioning it, kind of thinking about what that means, what that looks like, how that feels to you, allows you to play with this space of knowing you are a multidimensional being. Yes, you are a higher dimensional being, and you are having a now. Because if you can think back, maybe this is for me definite, but you may be different. That's beautiful. When I was a kid and I was very young, I had maybe a very, small amount of friend group, right? Because I'm very little, right? So I have just friends my parents, kind of knew their parents or whatever. I wasn't in school yet. When I was very little, I thought everybody had my life. Does anybody relate? Do you understand what I'm trying to talk to you about here? So I just thought that's what life was because it was what I had. So I just thought this is what life is. Everybody has this mom and a dad, and everybody has this, type of environment. I even thought they had that beliefs, because I was raised in a certain belief structure. And then you grow and you get out into the world a little and you meet people and you start to realize, oh, not everybody has the same life. Not everybody has the same experiences. Not everybody has the same beliefs. And it opens your understanding of yourself as you're opening your understanding of the world around you. Does that make sense? So what you're doing, what I'm doing, what we're doing as new humans who understand themselves as higher dimensional beings of light in human formats is now we're taking that understanding of the vastness of reflections. Yes, the vastness of manifestations and creations that all these spaces of consciousness in human formats are creating. And we're taking it to another level. And we're understanding it as in what is happening on Earth, what is happening in the understanding of the different reality lines playing out on Earth right now. And then we're like, okay, now there's also, spaces of humanity that are remembering their higher dimensional self. And they're implementing and living as is that space of themselves. So now we've opened it up even further to what is not only available, but happening. When this benefits us in the way that when we're engaging what we call everyday life and we're being that observer, yes, we're able to observe from an even greater vantage point because we've opened up our understanding even more. Does this make sense? Opening up your understanding of who you are in relation to your human form and your human life, and then the understanding that you're bringing in of this expanding consciousness that you are in your human form and in your human life, and then beyond. Now, it's very, very, very important. This would be another underline and make it bold. Yes, the human is the key. You're on Earth. You came for this now. Your human is the key. You're going to be tapping in and opening up more and more of your higher dimensional self, and you're going to be allowing your higher dimensional abilities and understandings. But your human is the implementation point. That means your human body, your human mind, your human feelings are your activator. Does this make sense to you? Other than that, it's just a concept. Other than that, it's just a space of itself. But when you allow that to run through you and be available in your words, yes, and be available in your feelings and be available in your mindsets, yes, your belief structures, your actions, now you've allowed that higher dimensional flow to activate in your now. Your human body, your humanness, your feelings, your thought processes, your words, your actions, your deeds are your activator. Yes. Huianea kaua. Now, we are here to be this space. If you found your way to this, if you found your way to me, you came to remember this. You came to be the beautiful, glorious human with your family, your friends, your job, your love, your whatever it is you are, and you're human. And you came to allow the expansiveness of you into that human, into that form. These are all you. These are all spaces, facets, like a diamond with all of its different facets, its cuts, its shines, its shimmers, its levels. Yes. And this higher dimensional space of you. This group is titled so perfectly, Star Ones. You are of the stars. Yes, you are of the stars in many variations and ways. And if you found your way here, part of your deal, agreement, if you will, in a sense, was to experience yourself at a new level of you as a human in earth and in this time frame. Yes. And to also, at that same space of you, offer, yes, to anchor and be and implement the higher dimensional flow of the divine. Yes. And it will not work if it's not given to you first. You have to give this to you first. You have to give it to you first. You have to engage it from excitement and curiosity and love and compassion for yourself and just gratitude, gratitude, gratitude that, oh my goodness, I woke up again here. Ha! I get to be this. Oh, ha! Glorious. And then through that space of connection, that space of alignment, yes, the other, the higher dimensional divine being that assists humanity is present and flowing and active and available because you've made it available to you. It can be available through you. All right, let's take a deep breath and we're going to do a blessing. We're going to close the space with an energetic blessing. If you'd like to be receiving and intending, then just set that intention now, please. I allow my flow. Yes. I allow my I am. Yes. I welcome my remembrance. Yes. I am. Yes. This now. Just allow your breath. Sanineawa. Kaukuea. Napaneneawa toa. Hataneawa. Kea. 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 Just allow your breath. Blessing your wings of light, Holy One. Blessing your root lines to anchor all that you are into your now in increments that are beneficial to you. Blessing your remembrance that your body knows exactly what to do and it's doing it masterfully. Blessing the flow of the energy as fear is released and love rises. Clarity, calm, balance, anchor in. Breathe, please. Yes. Blessing your throat, blessing that tongue, that it speak its languages in alignment with your I am. Yes. And your hands and your being convey your I am in an optimal way for you. Blessing the curiosity and excitement and allowing them to rise. Yes. listening to your teams of light and knowing you are part of that team yourself. Yes, allow your breath. Yasanea kauaye, yananea, hapopo aye, yanatawa. Welcome home, Holy One. Yanea kawa. Welcome home. Atanene awatoa. Atanene awatoa. Allow your breath. Allow the space. Bless your body and your being. Send gratitude to your body and your being, to your focus points. Yes, to your connections. Gratitude. Love. Yes, peace. Allow your breath as you seal the space, and you seal it with your love. You slowly, slowly, slowly bring your focus back. If for any reason you don't want to bring it back yet, just stay in as long as you want. When you do bring your focus back, you're going to allow yourself to acknowledge your vibration. I teach this every single thing I do with you guys, groups or individuals. Always take a moment to acknowledge your vibration. It is different than it was 49 minutes ago. You can actually feel your own hand. Put your hand on your chest, you know your body. My form is in a new flow. Yes. Look around your space. My space is in a new flow. Yes. I am a new flow. And that acknowledgement by you is a directive of you. Yes. That is the new human. Yes. That is the higher dimensional being of light in human form. Yes. How I love you, holy ones. How glorious you are. How glorious you are. Thank you for remembering. Thank you for remembering. And thank you for allowing what you're remembering to rise. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ah, so grateful, so grateful. Thank you for being here, holy ones. Thank you for being here in all the ways in which that is. Blessings on your nows, all of them. Blessings on your now.